How do you know when your car is the one? Guys, if it's your first time here, welcome to Ziggy Wick, where we drive and yap, especially when I get off work. This is my favorite time to just put the camera on and yap about something that I thought about while today on the physical labor grind, you know what I mean? So if you're new here, make sure y'all go down there and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about the video and the content when you're finished watching. But today we're gonna go over how do you know when a car is the one? You know what I mean? I feel like throughout the years, you drive different cars, or you might not even have driven a car yet. You're looking to get your license, and you wanna know, how do you find the car that fits you? How do you know which car is the one? And this varies from person to person. This is my second car that I've owned in my life. I've driven multiple cars, but this is the second car that I've owned. And I personally think that this is the one. This is the car for me. And the reason why I feel like this is because of a lot of different things. You know, first of all, I just simply love this car for what it is. Oh, forgot what gear I was in right there. I love this car for what it is. I love it for its good days and its bad days. I understand that this is an older car with higher miles on it. It has 223,000 miles on it right now. I just cracked 23. So I understand that if there's things wrong with this car right now, I need to get a new radiator. I just ordered some tires. It needs a wash. What else? The shifter, sometimes it grinds. It jumps out of second gear sometimes. It's an older car, stuff happens. And regardless of whatever is wrong with this car, I have no problem fixing it and just getting it to where it needs to be. So it's like the bad isn't really bad because I don't care. I don't care if I wake up tomorrow and something on the suspension needs to be changed. I'm just simply gonna buy it and change it. And I think that's the main reason why I love this car so much, because I've learned to accept its flaws. When I just had it, I didn't really understand the potential of the car. I knew what I wanted. I wanted a TSX, but this car did have a lot of problems when I just bought it. But after fixing it, I've low-key built a bond with it. So now it's like, damn, I did all of that. I put all this work and effort into the car. I just simply can't give it up now. I mean, this is my baby for life. Somebody in my comments, I think it was an older person. If you're not older and you're watching this, I'm sorry for misjudging your age. But he seemed pretty wise. I forgot if he mentioned his age in the comment or not. He probably did. But he said, the worst thing you can do is basically gain an attachment to a car. And I think that's true to a good extent. You don't want to gain an attachment to something that's just a depreciating asset, you know? Unless you're getting a car that's a collectible, like a really antique car. Like, I know these older cars are gaining value, but unless you're solely collecting a car, like I'm driving this car every single day, it's low-key pointless for me to like gain an attachment to this car. I can wake up tomorrow and somebody hits it on the street and totals it. And now it's like all of that work that I put into this car, it doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters. All the track days, everything that I enjoyed it, I had a good time with it, but it can go like this. And I think it's a good idea to have, but if you're driving something every single day, you at least want to be driving something that you genuinely like. Well, I had a Civic before this car, and it was very, 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 very reliable. I had no problems at all with my Civic. Oh, this tow truck's gonna come out in front of me. Oh, maybe not. But I had no problems with my Civic at all. But it just wasn't fun. I mean, it's a reliable car. It's very, very dependable. I mean, it never broke down on me once. I probably got a flat tire once in it. But it's very dependable. It's one of those cars where you turn the key, you don't gotta worry about nothing, man. It's a really good car. But it wasn't fun. I wanted something fun and exciting, and the Civic was not fun. Maybe if I had gotten an SI, it would have been a lot more fun if I had an SI, to be honest. But When I was buying my car, it was heavily influenced by my parents, and they were like, oh, you don't need a manual, you don't need this, you don't need that, all you need is a car to get you from A to B, da da da. And I listened because I was young and I low-key had no choice because they're my parents. But that just wasn't the car that I wanted. It was a car I needed at the time, but it was not the car I wanted. So I thugged it out. I had the Civic for, I think I had it for like 3 or 4 years, and it was a nice time. Like I said, very dependable. But let's see, what's this? Okay. But in the end, I wanted something more fun. I wanted something more exciting that I can do more things with. And then I drove my boy Gene. He made me launch his TSX behind a Target. I'll never forget. I went with him to record a video, and he let me launch it, and I was like, I need this. Like, this is what I've been searching for. I need a TSX. And I bought this car like the next week after that. So if you have an idea of some cars that you would like to own, definitely go out and try to test drive it before you actually buy it, to see if it's something you actually like. And sometimes the car that is the one for you is not going to be your first car, or it might not be your second. You might go through a couple cars before you actually find the one, because each car you drive, you're going to realize, hey, I have these different needs that this car isn't meeting. You know, when I got the Civic, all I wanted was a car. I wasn't thinking about track days and all these things. I wanted a manual because my brother drove a manual and I thought it was cool. But I didn't really understand the benefits and the pros and cons to owning a manual versus an automatic. So it took years with that Civic to realize, like, yo, this car was just something my parents wanted me to have. And although it's nice for the time being, it's not the car that I want. I want something fun and exhilarating, something I can hop in and drive every single day and not get tired of it. And that's the car I have right now. And that brings me to the next point. If you can hop in your car and drive it every single day and you're not tired of it, you don't even think, you're just driving and having fun subconsciously, that's the car for you. Any car you can hop in, regardless of your mood, regardless of the weather, regardless if you're beating on it or not, you're having a calm drive or you're speeding through the mountains. Every drive I have in this car is a nice drive. And I say this because I had a lot of bad drives in this car. I had a lot of drives before I fixed the shifting problems where I couldn't shift at high RPMs. Like, I was forced to drive this car slow when I just bought it. But I loved it so much that I was like, I'm gonna invest the money and get it to where it needs to be, because I know deep down that if I'm having this much fun and I can't even do what I want to do, I can't even push the car to the limits that I want to push it. If I can do all of this now, imagine when I get it to this point where it needs to be. And now we're going to the track doing all this cool stuff with the car, because, you know what I mean, I had a feeling deep down, I took a risk, and boom, I'm happy with my answer. Also, marketplace. I think once you stop looking at marketplace, once you're happy with your purchase, you definitely know, man. You definitely know that's the car for you. So when I had that Civic, I used to be on marketplace every day, looking at different cars, looking at SIs, looking at TSXs, Accord, regular base model Civics that were manual. You know, I was looking at all these cars because I wasn't satisfied deep down. Deep down, I knew that I wanted something that was manual. That's really what I wanted. I wanted something that was manual. Oof, what was that? I don't know. But yeah, once you get off marketplace and you're content with your purchase, that's how you got it. And there's a lot more things I can talk about, but it really just comes down to being satisfied, knowing what you want and getting it, and realizing that life is not a fairy tale. You can get the car that you want, and you can have more problems with the car that's for you versus the car that you need. I think that's what I'm gonna end off the video with. You can have more problems with the car that's for you versus the car that you need. And the car you need is a car that's gonna get you to where you need to be in a safe and reliable manner. That was my Civic. The Civic took me everywhere I needed to go. It had no problems. The Civic ain't need a new clutch. The Civic ain't need all these clutch master cylinders and all these things. The Civic was a turnkey and go. And I gave up my reliable, I was about to say fun. my reliable Civic for basically a car that couldn't even start sometimes, had a bunch of electrical problems. But I don't know if it's being ungrateful to the Civic, but I think the journey I've had so far with this car has already been more impactful to me than with the Civic. And this car has got me to a mental space that, you know, I'm more proud of who I am now, because I've accepted that things break, you fix it, you go on about your day. And most of the things that I do in this car translate to real life. And by translate, I mean, you think of this car, when I had the Civic, nothing really broke on it. Like I said, it was a reliable car. With this car, it's like I'm fixing things break, and now it's to the point where it's like, so what if something breaks? All I have to do is find the solution and act. My actions speak louder than anything else. And I didn't really understand that until I got this car. Not every day is gonna be a perfect day. And once you have to go through those mental battles of having a car that's not perfect, that's not running the way you want it to, you realize that, yo, that's really how life is. You know, you have days that are good days and you have bad days, and it's just a matter of getting through it sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get through it to see another day, to see a better day. And some days are fixable, some days are not. And it's just a matter of your headspace. Are you able to fix the situation you're in right now? Or, you know, you got to do something. There's really just options that are so obvious sometimes in life, and you just got to be able to see it for what it is. And that's what this car taught me. This car taught me a lot of lessons, and that's why I love it so much. I wouldn't be who I am today if I stayed comfortable in my Civic. And I'm not saying for y'all to go take a risk and give up your nice reliable car for something that has problems. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying to get a car that, regardless if it runs good or not, you're content with it. You're not thinking about something else that you don't have. You're not thinking about something that you could have. You're just satisfied every single day with your car. And until you find that car, live life. Keep making memories. Enjoy the car you currently have. But just know that one day you will experience what I'm talking about if you haven't already, guys. And thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let me know what y'all like about this video. Let me know if you have the car that's for you, and go ahead and drop in a comment what type of car you drive, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this video up now. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, guys. Peace. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Buy TSX and travel, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.